Good evening. Welcome to Election Night in America 2018. Tonight we have the House of Representatives elections. This is a hotly contested chamber, with Paul Ryan, the retiring House Speaker, battling against Nancy Pelosi, willing to succeed him. In order for the Democrats to take control of this chamber, they will need to flip 22 seats from Democrat to Republican, or to indicate of 22 seats in the House. It's about time for the 7 p.m. poll closings in Virginia, Vermont, Georgia, South Carolina, Kentucky, and Indiana. Out of the state of Virginia, we have several uncalled races. So far, each party has 4 seats in this state. In the 2nd District, the one on the Delmarva Peninsula, it is a dead heat. In Virginia's 7th Congressional District, Dave Bratt is facing a serious challenge to his re-election, and so is Barbara Comstock in the 10th District. In Indiana, no surprise, each of the incumbents has won re-election, 7 Republicans, 2 Democrats. Out of Kentucky, no surprise, 5 Republicans to 1 Democrat here. South Carolina, similar situation, 6 Republicans to 1 Democrat. Out of state of Vermont, the state's only congressional district will go to the Democrats. Out of the state of Georgia, currently 9 Republicans to 4 Democrats. The only uncalled race in Georgia is the 6th Congressional District, where Karen Handel is currently behind a rematch with John Ossoff. However, that is mainly Atlanta coming in. We'll see if the more rural and suburban parts of her districts can bail her out. House this hour, no net change. 13 Democrats to 31 Republicans. It is 7:30 on the East Coast. Stand by for some projections in West Virginia, Ohio, and North Carolina. Alice State, West Virginia, no surprise, 3 Republicans to 0 Democrats. Democrats thought they might have a chance in the 3rd Congressional District, where Evan Jenkins is retiring, not the case. In Ohio, 5 Democrats to 8 Republicans, with several uncalled races. The 10th Congressional District, where they won the special election in August, is one of the only incumbent Democrats that's in any real danger tonight, Danny O'Connor. And then we have incumbent Republicans worrying for their re-election chances in the 1st and the 12th Congressional Districts. Alice in North Carolina, no surprise here, 3 Democrats to 10 Republicans. Uncalled races there are non-existent. House this hour, no net change. Democrats need 22 more flips, 21 Democrats to 52 Republicans. It is 8 p.m. poll closings. All the states you see on there are closing their polls right now. Alice in Maine, no surprise, each party has won 1 congressional district. I'll say New Hampshire, Democrats have held on to one of their seats, although one of the most vulnerable Democrat seats in the 1st Congressional District. Trump won this district, and the incumbent Chief Porter is retiring. That's a dead heat right now. I'll say Massachusetts, no surprise, Democrats winning every Congressional District, 9 to be exact. I'll say Rhode Island, soon to have 1 Congressional District, 2 Democrats currently represent the state. I'll say Connecticut, 5 Democrats, no surprise there. In New Jersey, currently 8 Democrats and 2 Republicans, with Leonard Lance in the 5th Congressional District and the Democrat in the 7th Congressional District currently losing in their re-election bids. Out of the state of Pennsylvania, we can project the first Democrat pickups of the night in the 5th and 6th Congressional Districts, currently 8 to 7. Republicans have also made a pickup in the 14th Congressional District. And there are several uncalled races. Out of the state of Delaware, it's only 1 congressional district has gone to the Democrats. Out of the state of Maryland, 7 Democrats to 1 Republican. That was not really questioned. Out of the state of Illinois, 11 Democrats to 6 Republicans. The 12th congressional district with Mike Bost is competitive. Out of the state of Florida, Democrats make another pickup in the 27th district. The hotly contested 26th District in Southern Florida has gone to the Republicans. Polls closed there an hour ago. It is currently 12 Democrats to 15 Republicans. Out of the state of Alabama, no surprise here, 6 Republicans to 1 Democrat. Mississippi, same thing here, 3 Republicans to 1 Democrat. Out of the state of Tennessee, 7 Republicans to 2 Democrats. In Oklahoma, 5 Republicans to 0 Democrats. In Missouri, 6 Republicans to 2 Democrats. And there you go, Democrats get a net gain of 4 seats. Democrats need 18 more flips, 91 Democrats to 118 Republicans. It is 8:30 on the East Coast. Stand by for projection in Arkansas. Our state of Arkansas, all 4 congressional districts will stay safe in Republican hands, no surprise there. In Virginia, we have some projections to make. In the 2nd and 10th congressional districts, we can project the Democrats have made pickups. Dave Bratt has held on in the 7th congressional district by a narrow margin. House of the Sour, Democrats +6, they need 16 more flips to take control of the chamber. Although they still track Republicans, the pure number of seats they actually have, 93 to 123. Hold on. In 9 p.m., we have all the states on your screen right there closing their polls. In New York, 18 Democrats to 7 Republicans, with uncalled races in the 19th and 22nd congressional districts, both very locally and nationally disgraced Republican representatives in those areas. In Michigan, Democrats picking up the 11th congressional district, being 6-8 in their favor. 6-8 in the Republicans' favor, excuse me. In Wisconsin, each party has an even delegation from that state, although Democrats have picked up Paul Ryan's old seat with the Iron Stash. LSA in Minnesota, several uncalled races, 4. Each party has 2 seats. Republicans have picked up Tim Walz's district, he ran for governor, and left an open seat that voted for Trump by almost 20 points. Republicans, not surprisingly, have picked up the district, but Democrats can still make up ground in the state, as they have several Republican-held districts that they can make pickups in. LSA Texas, Democrats have made pickups in the 7th and 23rd congressional districts, but it is still at large Republican state, 23-13. LSA to Kansas, 2-0 for the Democrats. However, the Democrats could potentially even that out if they win both of the on-call races there. In the 2nd congressional district, Paul Davis, who ran for governor 4 years ago, is making this race closer than anyone has imagined. In Nebraska, the Omaha, that's the Nebraska's 2nd congressional district, that's too close to call. We'll see if West Omaha can bail the Republican there out. In South Dakota, no surprise here for Kristi Noem's old seat, she ran for governor, that will stay in Republican hands. North Dakota, Kevin Cramer's old seat, no surprise, stays in Republican hands. I'll say Wyoming, that's Liz Cheney, the wife of the former Vice President Dick Cheney, will hold on to her seat. LSA to Colorado, each party has 3 seats, and there's one uncalled race in suburban Denver in the 6th congressional district. Republican leaning big here, but it remains to be seen if the more closer to Denver parts of this district can bail their Democrat out. In New Mexico, a surprisingly close race in the 2nd congressional district, Steve Pierce's seat, between him, the incumbent, and another Democrat challenger. Currently, Democrats hold 2 seats. Maybe they can carry all 3. In Arizona, Martha McSally's old district has flipped the Democrat side. That wasn't really a surprise. House to Sour, Democrats have made 10 pickups. They need 12 more flips. There are 146 Democrats to 181 Republicans. It is 9:30. We have some bad news for the Democrats. In Ohio, all 3 of the uncalled races have been projected, and a GOP pickup has been made in the 12th congressional district from Danny O'Connor. That is flipped. In Georgia, Karen Handel has been re-elected. And in New Jersey, each of the incumbents, Leonard Lance and Democrat there up in northern New Jersey, have held on to their seats, although Democrats making some other pickups elsewhere. And Democrats still at +9. They need 13 more flips. That's actually down because of the Republican pickup in Ohio. 147 Democrats to 186 Republicans. It's 10 p.m. Utah, Montana, Nevada, Iowa, all closing their close. In Utah, no surprise here, all 4 Republicans will hold on. In Montana, the disgraced Congressman Greg Gianforte say the body slammed a reporter in his campaign in the special election last year. That's still undecided. Democrats are holding a lead. In Iowa, currently each party holds 1 seat. It is too close to call between the Republican and the Democrat in the other seats there. In Nevada, each party again holds 1 seat. This is where Democrats are really vulnerable, and they're a little bit worried in the 3rd congressional district, Jackie Rosen's old seat, that a flip there could happen. Democrats will hold 9 pickups, or 9 seats, they need 13 more. 149 Democrats to 192 Republicans. It is 10:30. a big win for the GOP. We can project that they have won Sheepwater's old seat. GOP pick up there. In Pennsylvania, we can project better news for the Democrats, where they have picked up in the 1st and the 17th Congressional District, and Connor Lamb has won re-election in the 17th Congressional District, defeating Keith Rothfuss. In Illinois, Mike Bost has been re-elected. And at this hour, Democrats hold 10 net gain seats. They need 12 more flips, 152 Democrats to 194 Republicans. They are widely expected to close the gap when the coastal states come in at 11 p.m. So 11 p.m., California, Idaho, Oregon, Washington, and Hawaii are all closing their polls. In Idaho, no surprise here, 2 very safe GOP seats. In Oregon, 4 Democrats and 1 Republican. In Washington, Democrats picking up in suburban Seattle, picking up the 8th Congressional District, although Henry McMorris, a Republican, has held on in her Eastern Washington District. In Hawaii, Democrats have held on to both their seats. Tulsi Gabbard, the representative who has won re-election here, is a name that has been floated for the possible 2020 presidential election. California, big win for the Democrats, big haul for them, 41 seats to 8. Democrats pick up in the 25th, 39th, and 49th Congressional Districts. Steve Knight's been defeated, along with 2 GOP open seats. Uncalled races, California 7th, where Amy Barra is vulnerable. California 10th District, another GOP open seat. California 22, Devin Nuñez's seat, facing a surprisingly strong Democrat challenge. And the 45th District, where another GOP's open seat. Democrats now have a net gain of plus 14 in the House. They need 8 more flips. And they are about to overtake the Republicans, about 266 Democrats to 208 Republicans. It is 11:30, and we have some more wins to project. In Minnesota, this may be the only state tonight where Republicans actually make gains in, besides Ohio. And that's because Republicans have picked up the 8th Congressional District, although Democrats have slightly offset that, or partially offset that, by winning the 2nd Congressional District, currently held by a Republican. The Blue Dog in the 7th District has won re-election, and so has the Republican there in suburban Minnesota, Minneapolis, the 3rd District. In New York, both vulnerable Republican incumbents in the state have been defeated. The gain of 2 seats for Democrats there. Kansas. Democrats picking up the 2nd Congressional District, Paul Davis winning there. 3rd Congressional District has been held by the Republicans, despite voting for Hillary Clinton in the presidential election. In Nebraska, this is Omaha District right here, Democrats picking up that seat. Colorado, suburban Denver, Democrats making gains there. He tried to separate himself from the Republicans, the incumbent there, by voting against the tax bill. Wasn't enough, he still lost. In New Mexico, Steve Pierce has barely held on to his seat. And this hour, the Democrats hold 19 pickups. They need only 3 more flips, so they're almost there. They currently have just overtaken the Republicans. They now hold a 1-seat advantage, 213 Democrats, 212 Republicans. And we have a major projection. We can project that the United States House of Representatives will be in Democrat control by 2019. We can project that based off of the following results. In Montana, Greg Gianforte has lost his re-election bid. In Iowa, Democrats picked up both of the seats there, doing very well in the heartland tonight. In Nevada, the Democrats have held on to their vulnerable open seats. That gets them to the magic number of 218. Democrats need 0 more flips, they got it. They are currently 218 seats. They have just won control of the House. Must be feeling pretty good tonight. And California, it's 1 o'clock on the East Coast. Polls are closed in Alaska, but let's take a look at California. Democrats have made the most pickups out of California tonight of any other state. They have made 5 pickups. Amy Walters in the 45th District has lost, as well as an open seat in the 10th Congressional District. Amy Barra has held on in the 7th, and the 22nd Congressional District has just barely gone to Devin Nuñez. 44 Democrats from California, that's a lot. And finally in Alaska, no surprise here, the at-large Congressional District here will go to the Republicans. And that's what it ends up being, 221 Democrats to 214 Republicans. With many Democrats holding their seats in districts Trump won in 2016, the House in 2020 promises to be a very, very competitive chamber. Thank you guys for watching this video. Comment down for agreements or disagreements, and for suggestions on videos I should do next. Thanks for watching. Bye!